Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our preview of the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl between the Nevada Wolfpack and the Colorado State Rams. Now let's start this video off by taking a look at my keys to victory. Starting with Colorado State in this ball game, quarterback Nick Stevens has to play a clean game. And what we're talking about when we say that, simply put, no turnovers and keeping the Rams in positive situations ahead of the chains. And defensively, it's about resetting the line of scrimmage. They're facing one of the best rushing teams in college football in the Nevada Wolfpack, 2 1,000-yard rushers. If they can't reset the line of scrimmage and force those guys to make plays before they get to the line of scrimmage on their own side, they're going to struggle. And I look at the cleanup man defensively, Trent Matthews, the free safety, or strong safety, playing in the alley versus this running game of Nevada. He's going to have to play a huge role in the outcome of this matchup. Moving over to Nevada in this ball game, I think getting the edge in a running game could help these guys out tremendously. If they're able to get those defensive ends hooked and work up to the outside linebackers with their tackles or tight ends, they can have a ton of success both running inside and out. And I think they also have to have the screen game handy if Colorado State wants to get aggressive and trying to get pressure on the box to try to stop the run. Having those guys ready on those screen plays could pay huge dividends for this offense. And free safety Damon Baber, the freshman free safety who has 6 interceptions, which leads the Wolfpack in that category, I think he's going to have a tremendous impact on this ballgame because of his ability to not only clean up mistakes, but get sideline to sideline and reading the eyes of the quarterback. If he can stay in tune with what Nick Stevens wants to do throwing the football, he could generate a ton of big plays for the secondary. I like Colorado State in this ball game, and although these two teams are in the same conference, they didn't play each other this year, so this is the first time they'll meet this season. I like the defensive front 7 of Colorado State, and I think they'll do a great job in slowing down the Wolfpack.
Looking at Nevada, they have a dual rushing attack that's very potent. They have 2,000-yard runners in James Butler and Don Jackson. Don Jackson is a guy that I like to run on a lot of the shotgun draws, get him downhill. He's a straight north and south runner, definitely a guy who could get yards after contact as well. So he's going to be a force. And then you look at James Butler, he's a guy they like to run on stretch plays, and then they also run that draw with him. But he's also a guy that they like to throw the football to as well. So they have multiple ways to attack with their running backs, and that's why those guys are my X factors. Just looking at Colorado State, in order to combat that, they're going to need outstanding linebacker play. So you look at Kevin Davis, he's able to make plays in the backfield, 14 tackles for loss. The guy has 95 tackles overall, so he's someone that flies to the football. They're going to need him to slow down that rushing attack and combat what Nevada is able to bring in their running backs. But then you also look at Corey James. He has 10 tackles for loss as well, 65 tackles. So these are 2 guys that can make plays in the backfield, and they're going to need to do that to combat the downhill running style that these Nevada running backs bring. They're guys that like to, like I said, run north and south. And if they could get momentum, they could definitely make things happen in the running game. So they're going to have their hands full. I actually have Nevada winning this game because I think that dual rushing attack is just simply too much. So we're going to go ahead and go with Nevada in the Arizona Bowl.
In the Arizona Bowl, here's one of the interesting things, the most interesting matchups in the entire bowl season. We all missed this one, but Nevada and Colorado State are both in the same conference playing a bowl game. Just keep that in mind, folks. But it should be an entertaining bowl game. Here's some guys that you should watch out for. From the Nevada side, their running back, Don Jackson, he's a senior. Watch out for him. From the Colorado State side, they have some guys, including a guy who is an underclassman, but has just torn it up from the receiver position, Rashad Higgins, junior receiver, 6'2", 188 pounds. Kevon Cartwright, their tight end. And also Stephen Walker, a fullback from Colorado State. These are all guys who could play on the next level. On the defense side of the ball, for Nevada, Ian Seau, outside linebacker. He's got a lot of size to him at 6'2", about 250 pounds. Lenny Jones, defensive end out of Nevada, as well as a guy to look at. On the Colorado State side, Trent Matthews, free safety. He's a guy who has some day 2 caliber talent. And then DeAndre Elliott, cornerback out of Colorado State. Just looking at the matchup, I think Colorado State probably edges this one out 30-24.